Hello, hello. I'm Mr. Monty. And today in Algebra 2, Lewis and Clark, we took a Target 5B assessment. Let's just go over that assessment real quick. Problem number 1, all we were asked to do was write the function in standard form. So in other words, take the factors and expand it, multiply it all together to get the standard form. One way to do this, to avoid mistakes, is to use the area model. The area model, if we have a linear binomial and a linear binomial, we create 4 squares. X plus 3, 3x minus 2. Multiply each of the squares and then take those squares and add them up. After the first set, we have 3x squared plus 7x minus 6. Then we multiply the x plus 5. 3x squared, 7x, negative 6, x plus 5. 3x squared, 15x, 7x squared, 35x, negative 6x, and negative 30. The last step, add up all the boxes. 3x squared, adding like terms, 22x squared plus 29x minus the 30. The area model really simplifies the problem and helps us eliminate mistakes. This was the answer in standard form that you should have had for problem 1. Let's go to problem 2. Problem 2 is a little bit more complicated in that negative 4, negative x plus 2, x minus 5, 2x plus 7. Again, I like the area model because it helps us stay organized. Negative x plus 2, x minus 5, multiply it all out, negative x squared, 2x, 5x, and the negative 10. Add all the pieces together, negative x squared plus 7x minus the 10. Bring down the next piece, 2x plus 7. Again, an area model. 3 squares by 2 squares. Negative x squared, 7x minus 10, 2x and the plus 7. Giving us negative 2x to the third minus 7x squared, 14x squared, 49x, negative 20x, and negative 70. Add up all the pieces. 2x cubed, negative 2x cubed, plus a 7x squared, plus 29x, minus the 70. Now, don't forget that last and final piece, that negative 4 has to be multiplied times all of that. So the last piece, distribute this all the way through. Negative 8x cubed minus 28x squared minus 116x plus 280. So again, taking the factored form, all the zeros, expanding it. I like using the area model to avoid missing out on those negative signs, and simplify our standard form for problem number 2. Problem 3 asked us to do some long division just to see if a given linear binomial was a factor. Let's try it. Problem 3. X minus 6, is that actually a factor of 2x cubed minus 7x squared minus 42x plus 72. Let's give it a try. The first thing, how many times does x go into 2x cubed? 2x squared times x, 2x cubed minus 12x squared. Now remember, at this point, we need to subtract. When we go to subtract, negative, negative, that makes that one a plus. Draw the line. 0, 5x squared minus 42x. X goes into 5x squared 5 times. 5x squared minus 30x. Draw the line. Make sure you do your negative signs. Carry it all the way through, making that a plus. Giving us negative 12x minus 72. Oh, excuse me. Plus 72. Good job. How many times does x go into negative 12x? Negative 12x. Positive 72. Again, when we go to subtract, negative times a negative, negative, so that's a plus. We do indeed get 0, so we got ourselves a smiley face. Whenever we get a 0, a remainder of 0, that means that x minus 6 is indeed a factor of the original cubic. Okay? If we wanted to go one step further, we could factor this to find the final 2 zeros of this equation. But we weren't asked to do that. This completes that problem. Let's try the last problem today on the quiz. The last problem said, verify that the certain point 4, 0 is indeed a 0. So 4, given the point 4, 0, is that a 0 of the equation p of x for x to the third minus 22x squared minus 104x plus 192. Well, this is not a problem because that's x comma y. If indeed p of 4 was to be put in wherever we see an x, we replace it with the 4. Let's do that math and see if we get a 0. We can do that. This is the same as 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Well, 4, 16, 64. 4 times 64 minus 22 times 4 times 4 minus 104 times 4 plus 192. Last step, let's add them all up. 256 minus 352 minus 416 plus 192. Use a calculator. You can see that it actually ends up negative 320, not 0. Therefore, the point 4, 0 is not a 0. False. So this completes the answer key to the Target 5B assessment that you took in class today. If you're struggling with any of these 4 concepts, come see me and we'll get it worked out. See you tomorrow in class.